all of you probably would have already seen what the island now looks like, you know, but we don't know. To this point, we still don't know, but that's kind of scary. It's very scary. Good morning, guys. It is Friday, October 24th, and Jamaica is currently under a hurricane watch. Well, hurricane, is it watch or warning? One of them. I don't remember, but basically the warning that says that yes, we're getting a hurricane. It was actually supposed to make, well, not make landfall today, but it was supposed to be a lot closer today, but it's a tropical storm right now. If you know, you don't know or didn't know, it's a tropical storm right now, and it was actually supposed to be, we're supposed to be like feeling the effects of it from like last night into today, but the storm has slowed down so many times over the last like 2 to 3 days. So it's been taking a longer and longer time for it to get here, which is actually not a good thing. I mean, it gives you more time to prepare, but it's not a good thing because it just means that the storm is like I guess collecting itself, taking the time to form, and the more it forms is the stronger it gets, you know. So because of that, and because it's been slowing down so much, they're basically saying that they think it's going to be between a category 3 to a category 5, which is really, really bad. And the main thing they're talking about is just the rain, the amount of rain and flooding that it's going to cause, mainly because the storm is moving so slow that by the time it's basically, we're basically gonna start feeling it today, like tonight maybe, right? And today's Friday. So think about that. Today's Friday. It's not close to Jamaica, but it's pretty wide, you know. But we're gonna start feeling it today, and then by Sunday it's gonna be a hurricane, and on Sunday it's gonna be on top of us. And then because it's moving so slowly, it's moving across us very slowly. So it's literally gonna be on top of us by around Sunday into like Monday evening, Tuesday. It's gonna be like at the other end of Jamaica, which is a long time. Usually a storm passes over you in probably like maybe 48 hours, but this one is literally gonna be causing rain from this evening to like Tuesday, and it's Friday. And that's a lot of rain. A hurricane brings a lot of rain, and that is what everybody is afraid of, because a lot of rain means that, oh, let me give you some context just in case you don't live in Jamaica and you just don't know how things like this work, right? Well, I would have mentioned it in my last vlog, and even though I'm not sure if that vlog is going to come out before this one, because I'm probably going to post this one sooner, but it's been raining. We're in rainy season right now, hurricane season, and it's been raining constantly. I want to say for the past like 2 weeks and a half, like every single day. No, the reason why I said this is because when it rains so much, it means that the soil is already waterlogged. Since this morning, I've only checked like the weather update, but not the local stuff, so I don't know what the government has announced so far for today, but I do know that they've kind of just been readying places like hospitals as emergency centers. What they usually do also is kind of like open up like universities or like schools as like storm shelters for people that might be living in low-lying areas. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys that update and kind of tell you what this vlog is going to be about, because I basically was just thinking it would be cool to kind of just bring you guys through this entire experience. Let's just hope it's not bad.
Yeah, bye.
Sorry, beg it about her.
My face full of rush.
Give me your sweet treat.
Anywho, keep getting distracted. So got to the front, cashed my stuff apparently, because usually in the times like this, because the banking system under pressure, the ATM lines are super long and the banks just start like giving problem. So said, so done in the line to cash, and my card keep declining. They use 2 different bank machines, it a decline. And in my head I'm like, oh my god, like I have to join these ATM lines right now for draw cash, because the ATM lines are disgusting. Like, I don't know if you guys can see the chaos. I don't think the video does the chaos justice right now, okay? But I was like, I don't want to join no line right now for draw no money. But I decided to buy a bag of cat litter for Ali. Auntie. Oh, that one needed one?
So the other one,
Oh. By the way, you have not shown the folks your new hairdo.
then this year, do we have to show them now when it's
Well, it's not perfect, you know. She ran out of the house because we had to. She came to save my life, you know, to rescue me. Because I was just like, I'm not joining the lines, guys. But yeah, she cut her hair. She looks so good. What happened? Well, guys, I have a lot of rush on my face right now. I have an idea what I'm reacting to though, so it's fine. Outside is so chaotic right now, especially like just right in this little spot here. Chaos. So I'm gonna come off of the road right now. Just get off of the road. Tell the folks hello. Are you ready for the hurricane? Are you prepared? Are you prepared, sir? Huh? Do you have anything to say? You have anything to say? No? Okay. Okay folks, we're back from the supermarket chronicles. I was showing you guys in the supermarket how all the bananas are basically green, which makes sense because they kind of have to pick. They probably have to, well, I think they usually pick all the things off the trees and stuff, so it makes sense that they would start kind of sending greener bananas to the supermarket because they don't have time to wait on them to arrive before the storm. But also it makes sense to buy these as well because they last a lot longer, so even though you can't eat them right away, you'll have them for a while, you know. And there has been no, like, we've been having an egg shortage in Jamaica. I think it's because the temperatures have been so much cooler because it's been raining so much. So whenever the temperatures drop, then the egg supply drops as well. If you didn't know, now you know. So when we went just now, supermarket did not have any eggs, and I was trying to look for like non-perishable proteins, you know, because I mean we have stuff and we already bought stuff this week, but I just wanted to get like a couple extra tin things that we ran out of. like black beans, and then I got some more tuna because we did buy some tuna, but I just got more just in case. We do have like frozen, I have like one fillet frozen fish, and I think we have some like other frozen meats in the freezer. Our fridge doesn't usually defrost very fast, so when the light goes we should be able to have those things in the fridge for at least 2 to 3 days, I hope. And I think the longest we've gone without light in the fridge is maybe like maybe almost 48 hours, and it was okay. So it's not that we won't be able to have like cold meats or anything like that. It's just that, just in case, you know, you don't know what's gonna happen, you don't know how long we're gonna be outside of electricity, especially because they're expecting so much rain. A lot of rain also means that it's gonna be slower times to get things back up, so it just makes sense to be prepared, you know. So that's why they tell you to prepare. And I also got a peanut butter. I've been actually wanting a peanut butter, but I wanted the big one from PriceSmart, but there is no way I am going to PriceSmart today. Like, PriceSmart is probably disgusting right now, and I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be a part of it. And then the main reason I went was also for battery for the radio. So yeah, and then I also bought cat litter for Ollie because he needs litter, and to clean his box and change it all completely, so he has like, you know, a bathroom to take him through the storm. He already has food, so he's fine. And yeah, some other little things like personal items. And then I just re-upped on this, my ginger and turmeric. Guys, can I say, you know, I was thinking about it the other day. I haven't drank this for like a couple weeks now, like maybe 2-3 weeks. And I was thinking to myself that like the last couple times I had my cycle, I was not as bloated. Like I was telling you guys, I was trying this to see how I felt with, like, how it would affect my gut health basically. And I got bloated so much less while I was drinking that every morning. And now that I haven't been drinking it for weeks, and I'm like on my cycle right now, and I've been so bloated, and I also was so bloated the last time as well. I don't know if you guys could tell in my staycation vlog, but so bloated. But then I was thinking back, I was like, when I was drinking the turmeric and ginger every morning, I wasn't getting bloated at all. And I also realized I wasn't getting the same hormonal like cystic stuff on my skin anymore either during this time. So I bought some more so I could make some, because we need to make it a habit, we need to make it a thing. Anyways, I want to clean all these box because, you know, I am a cat butler after all. How do I this is what I put in the thing?
Yeah, so the whole.
But it not
Where
that,
you put it?
it not,
Further up.
yeah, right, come look. Come look.
You have to make it go through the two parts, the awning and the hole.
Right or so, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it not completely line up, you know? Oh, alright, so pull it up.
Let's talk to folks on the ground, both in Haiti and across Jamaica, as we go back and forth on what to do during the storm and, of course, after the storm with the recovery as well. We're working on that aspect. Now, this could be a catastrophic hurricane. I don't use that term lightly. You know me. With that said, we need to finish the preparations now in Jamaica. We need to get everything done. The rain is going to be getting worse.
Okay, guys, we're back. I look more presentable. It is currently 8:30. It's Saturday, the next day, and so much has changed since the last time you guys saw me. I was gonna give you guys an update last night, but I just got distracted and I went to sleep. I actually fell asleep early last night, but early for me is 12:30. So now I'm up. I woke up probably like half an hour ago. No lie, that's not true. I woke up a while ago. My phone kept vibrating because my friends in the group chat were sending messages like around 6:30, and that woke me up and I couldn't fall back asleep. So I'm up. Yeah. But anyways, I'm gonna show you guys the sky in a second. It's getting dark and overcast, but yesterday basically the storm predictions changed again yesterday, like late in the afternoon. So basically the storm is expected to become a hurricane today instead of tomorrow, Monday. So it's gonna happen today. That's the prediction. And the route, I guess, would you say, the path of the storm has also changed again, and now it's definitely going to make a direct landfall in Jamaica, and they're predicting around the center of Jamaica, closer to like Kingston side, which is where we are, right? So we're likely to get like more of a direct passover, which is bad. So, but that Passover is expected by Monday, around Monday, Tuesday. I think like maybe late Monday, early Tuesday or so. Yeah, so that's the prediction. But today's Saturday and the skies, you know, look angry. It is expected that we're gonna start having rain and winds. It's expected to have rain starting today, and the winds, I guess, will probably pick up tonight into tomorrow possibly. There's still a lot of chatter about flooding and storm surges, which is making people very anxious. Ollie, can you stop? Stop it. Stop it. Don't get a cat. They will ruin your furniture. Can you stop? Come here. Come here. Come. Come. Come up here. Are you coming? Anyways, yeah, so there's a lot of emphasis on flooding and storm surges. So people, I mean, you know, Jamaica is an island, and basically all of the south coastline is where they're trying to get most people to evacuate and kind of just move to higher ground, or just in places that are less likely to flood. There's also a lot of chatter about landslides. You know, Jamaica is mountainous, so there's a high chance of having a lot of landslides because of the amount of rain. Ollie, can you stop, please? Stop. Stop it. I'm gonna cut your nails because you're doing too much. Anyways, sorry guys. So that's what that is as of right now. But yeah, it's definitely gonna start raining soon though, based on how the sky looks. But anyways, this is Ollie. Why are you biting me? Can't I touch you? You're so... You see, you get to show people your true colors, because this is how you are as a person. They think you're so sweet, but all you do is bite. All you do is bite and cause problem. You're so rude and people think you're so sweet. You're the complete opposite. You need to show people your true colors. Anyways, so yeah, I was telling you guys yesterday there were no eggs on the shelf. I only went to one supermarket though, because honestly I wasn't trying to walk up and down. But yeah, I need to charge my power bank. I wish I had like one of those big you know, handheld like batteries. Those batteries that they sell now that you can charge up, and they're like boxes almost, and you can use them to charge basically anything in your house. I wish I had one of those, but it is what it is, you know. We'll be fine. Ooh, so we'll just see we will just see. Also, just so you know, outside is very quiet right now. There's absolutely no wind, no nothing. And when they talk about the calm before the storm, this is what they mean. Like, the skies are gray, super gray. There's no sun, no nothing, but it's quiet. And the trees are still, not even like a little breeze, nothing. But probably sometime later today we're gonna drop the last awning out at the front of the house. You saw us dropping a few of them yesterday, but this last one we're gonna drop later today. Honey, since our windows have grills on them, there's not really much to do with the windows, you know, in our house. Some people usually cover them with like wood battens. That is what's advised. But seeing that we have grills, honestly, there's nothing that we would fear flying into the house through the windows, because even if it goes through the window, it won't get through the grill, you know. But if you only have, like, say, glass windows and nothing behind it, then you would have to batten down your windows, which is the usual practice. But we don't have to do that. We only just have to drop our awnings, because once the wind starts picking up, the wind is gonna go under them and lift them. So we need to drop them and then tie them down so that the wind, because the last time we had a storm, the wind, they were shaking. The one at the front was shaking. And this storm is gonna be way bigger than the one that passed the other day. So yeah. And it's so crazy because we were supposed to be in St. Elizabeth this weekend, and St. Elizabeth, especially like where we were going to be in Treasure Beach, Black River side, is prone to getting like storm surges and having flooding, because they fared really badly the last storm that we had. And now they are definitely going to have it rough again, you know, with this storm, because storm surges and flooding are 100% going to happen. And I don't know, it's crazy, honestly. But anyways, I'm just yapping because honestly I don't even know what to do with myself right now. I don't know what to do. I keep thinking, like, if we have everything that we need in the house, and I'm sure we do, you know, I'm sure we do. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys the sky. So on the veranda we've added these. Mom added these because usually you get a lot of water coming in from the rain and stuff. So we added this.
Good morning.
Morning.
Stay safe here. Stay safe. Yeah, man, never drop it. Alright, bless you. Alright.
It look like it raining over the hill, no? This is the gully in front of our house. This is about how deep is this? Probably 5-ish feet something. It's about 6 feet. This gully is about 6 feet, so it usually does a pretty good job with water drainage. These are very common in Portmore because of the fact that Portmore is like wetland, so we have a lot of these big drainage in like the housing schemes to help with the water runoff. Good morning, guys. It is about 8:30 on Sunday.
another update for you is that the hurricane is now a category 4. And they kind of sent out an update not too long ago, maybe like an hour 45 minutes ago. So yeah, that's what's been happening. It's raining outside now, but it's just like normal rain. It hasn't picked up yet here, at least. But yeah, it's a slow moving storm, so one side of the island could be really going through it right now, and we're just getting rain for now, for a long time, you know, because we have the next 48 hours basically to ride this out. But yeah, that's what's happening right now. We realized last night that we only had like 2 candles. We only have 2 candles, but we do have a kerosene oil lamp, or like you know, you can use like lamp oil in it or whatever. We have that, and but that's the only like light sources that we have right now. We wanted to run to the supermarket this morning. We were planning to go out, but it seems like they didn't open, which maybe they decided not to open after the storm upgraded late last night. Because honestly, the storm upgraded from a tropical storm to a category 4 hurricane in less than 24 hours, which is crazy. So that's why, you know, people are just kind of very anxious about it. Child, I don't know. But we're here. We're here. So yeah, back to the supermarket. We think the supermarket is a no-go today because we don't think it's gonna open. So yeah, because I was thinking, you see, because of like all the chatter online and like the warnings and stuff, I was just like, maybe I should get some more food for Ali, you know, get some more candles, just get like some more of certain things just in case, because you never know what might happen. We might not be able to leave our side of the world for a while, you know, depending on how bad the flooding and the storm surge gets, because we have so much we have so much water around us, you know, the sea, the river. There's a lot of water around us, especially being in Portmore, which is a place that was once like complete wetland, you know. So water always comes back and reclaims its place, you know. So that we were a little worried about that, and we were like, okay, you know, if it is that we're kind of stuck because of water and stuff, at least, you know, we have light and all of that, because that's going to also make a longer time for, you know, things like electricity and stuff to be back, if that's the case, you know. But so far so good, guys. You know, that's the update. I literally for the past like day, I guess, I've literally cleared out my closet and have just been folding stuff and like keeping myself distracted, watching TV and just like folding laundry and like restructuring my entire closet. But I guess it's a way to keep me distracted and give me something to do. You know, so I'm gonna finish that up. I have some more left to do, and then yeah, I'm just gonna keep cleaning my room and keep myself occupied, yeah, instead of like thinking too much. But yeah, that's the update. Okay guys, we're gonna make a run for it to the supermarket. As you can see, this is what the weather looks like right now. It stopped raining and it's not windy at all. It's almost still, you know, so we can make a run for it. I wish I could show you guys the mountains right now. The mountains are completely covered. Couldn't see them earlier at all, but now you can see it again, and the clouds are almost completely covering the mountains. So if you live in the mountains, you probably can't even see anything. Crazy. All right, hopefully the supermarket is not too packed, but that's wishful thinking, I think. Wishful thinking, guys. The supermarket is full. Oh my goodness. All the cars in here are just using the supermarket. Crazy. The AC is kicking in here, man. Oh my, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. Not terrible. Guys, I got eggs today. I grabbed them so fast, but they're so expensive. We secured the eggs and the lamp oil. As soon as we get back home, the rain starts drizzling. Since we batten down the front of the house, well, not batten down, but we put down the awning down. We have to walk at the back of the house. But the rain just start again. We have one lamp. This one. We have this one, an oil lamp. We have an electric one as well that uses batteries, so we can use both of them. But we don't know how long the electric one is gonna last. What was that? We don't know how long the electric one is gonna last, so we got that. I was thinking of getting batteries for my flashlight, but I have other lights as well, so I think I should be fine. Why is the light winking? What's happening? Y'all see that? The light keeps winking.
The breeze start.
The breeze started?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's too soon for the light. Let me go charge my phone. My phone's dying actually. Let me go charge it because yeah. I think we went out and came back at the right time. We really did, because outside the wind just started picking up. I'm gonna charge my phone, so I'll see y'all later when my phone is charged, because I don't want to waste my battery. Okay, bye. Hey guys, just an update, because honestly I don't think I've picked up the phone. I think the last time I spoke to the camera was when we came back from the supermarket, I think. I don't know, but it's been hours. And I've just been, I don't know, distracting myself. Oh yes, now I remember. I told you guys I was gonna just clean my room and stuff, and I kind of did all of that. I'm almost done with everything. I changed my sheet. Well, you guys can't see, but I did a bunch of stuff in my room, and I've just been distracting myself, doing things. It's Sunday, so I was watching a bunch of like YouTube vlogs, since a bunch of my faves posted, you know, just doing stuff instead of scrolling on my phone and being anxious. Because even right now, like I'm so anxious, and I think most people are right now. Like all of my friends, family, mom, you know, people, even like just people online, you know, just watching other people's stories. Like everybody's just super anxious because, you know, there's with this hurricane,
the only thing you can compare it to is Gilbert, right? Because that's the only thing that has affected Jamaica to this capacity. But at the same time, you know, the prediction is that it's worse than Gilbert. I mean, it automatically is, because Gilbert hit Jamaica at a category 3 and we are currently at a category 4. I think I told you guys that earlier. We're at a category 4 right now, and it is expected to get up to category 5, because I think it's like 5 miles per hour off from being a category 5 the last time I checked. So anything is possible right now. As I said, the hurricane is supposed to hit us on Tuesday, but even though it is a couple days away, because the system is so big, we are getting the effects of it from before, and you guys can't hear it right now. At least I don't think my phone is probably picking it up, but you can hear the wind outside. If you've never been in a hurricane, I think the sound of a hurricane is one of the scariest things, because it's like a I've seen people compare it to the sound of a tornado, but like it's this loud whistling sound a lot that you hear from the wind outside, and when it starts whistling is when it starts feeling really airy, you know. And it's the worst feeling also just going through a hurricane at night, because you can't see anything. I'm just grateful at the fact that we still have electricity, even though obviously the hurricane has not made landfall, so we still have electricity, but the wind is really strong right now. It's really strong. I'll try to see if I can pick up the sounds on camera. There's not much I can show you guys because it's pitch black. As I said, I think I said it's like about 11:30 p.m. right now at night. I don't know if I'm gonna sleep. I will try, but my mind is kind of just all over the place, just thinking of like plan B's and whatever, just in case, like, I don't know, the storm surge reaches the house and things like that. Because realistically, I mean, Portmore is big, but Portmore is not that big where it's hard for a storm surge to cover almost at least 80% to 90% of Portmore, you know what I mean? Like, mostly because we have the sea, and then we have so many channels of water within Portmore because of the fact that it's wetland, you know. So it's very easy, when I think about it, it's very easy for the entire Portmore to be underwater you know, like it's not impossible at all, especially because the river flows through. But I think that is what's gotten most people anxious, including myself, just the water aspect of it. And that's what they've been warning against the entire time, you know. And I mean, my area wasn't put on the evacuation list, but as I say, you never know, and at that point you can't evacuate. Like, at this point you can't evacuate because the winds are so strong, so you just kind of have to stay put, which is why they told everybody that today was really the last and final day to prepare, which is why we ended up going to the supermarket again, because we just wanted to make sure that we would be okay as much as we could, you know. Ollie is fine. Ollie is used to the rain and all. It's been kind of raining and stuff for a while. He's used to living here. He's been in a hurricane before, so it's not weird to hear like the sounds outside. And then, you know, with the rainy season, he's used to hearing the thunder. He gets a little anxious with the thunder sometimes, but he usually calms down after a while. But it hasn't actually been thundering at all. But anyways, I'm just babbling to make myself feel better. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna fall asleep, honestly, but we will see. I just showered and washed my hair. So I look crazy, but I just think it makes sense to just occupy my time. I don't have anything else to do, so I'm gonna probably just twist it in small stuff to keep me, it keeps my mind occupied, you know, like while I watch something, just to do my hair, instead of being like on social media and like scrolling and stressing, you know. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
We continue to take it step by step, and this is going to be an extremely powerful hurricane moving right into Jamaica. It's not just going to eventually move north, it is actually going to curl back a little bit into the western zones of Jamaica. Fish wash up already.
Yeah, one hole in there, but it's still.
Hey guys, it's currently 8:53. Listen, for the entirety of this vlog, just don't mind my appearance, okay? I'm going through it, if you can't already tell. The circumstances. But anyways, as you guys can probably hear, it's still stormy outside. I started my hair last night and I have not done anything since. Honestly, I've just been sleeping all day, and I don't know if it's because, well, not all day, but like since afternoon, since around the time when I was getting close to the island, I was just in my bed and I was just sleeping, just on and off. And then I can hear and see, like in my room, because my window is like at the side of the house, I can't see the extent of the weather, you know, which I kind of like, because it helps to kind of keep me, you know, very mellow and calm without worrying about anything. So I've just been in my room and Ollie was in there with me, and we were both just like in and out of sleep for like 3 hours, I want to say, before the light went away. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm sleeping this much because I'm tired, or because like I'm stressed, or like I don't know, because and I don't even know where the storm reached, because I haven't had any electricity since about like 3:30, and as I said, it's like 9 p.m. right now. I don't know if the storm turned, I don't know if it went left, if it went right. I don't know if it's on its way to Cuba now, I don't know, but all I know is that the storming outside same way, just like it was at like 4 p.m. today. And yeah, that's my update. I feel like I'm so distracted that it's kind of like hard to, I don't know, to focus on anything. I can't focus on anything, especially since before the electricity went out, I saw all the videos coming out of the western side of the island, and it I don't know. I don't know, man.
don't know, guys. Like, seeing Mandeville underwater is insane because I think it was Mandeville, or was it just Manchester on a whole? I think it was Mandeville, I'm not sure. But the houses were underwater, and there was a house that they had to be rescuing somebody from, and they had to be like taking them from their second floor because you can see the house in front of that one is completely submerged, and then like the water is rising to the second floor, and then the firefighters are trying to get them out of their second floor. I'm pretty sure it was in Mandeville though, and it's just crazy to see that level of water in an area like that because it's up in the hills. Like, it's not in the hills, but like it's very elevated because that part of the island has a very low temperature because of the elevation. So it's just so strange to see that, you know? I don't know. Morning, guys. It is 11:30 on Wednesday. Still no electricity, but the storm is over, and basically everybody is in cleanup mode. There's some fallen trees, and they're kind of just going through and cutting down those fallen trees, and people are cleaning up their yards and all of that, you know. As I said, we don't have any electricity, so we still don't know the extent of everything. So yeah, I think I might go upstairs too and check how upstairs is because water is pooling like crazy. Also, the rash on my face is just getting worse and worse. Like, oh my goodness, don't know if you guys can see it, but I have such terrible rash on my face. Anyways, the sun is out for the first time in days. Feels good to feel some sun on my skin. We opened up all the windows and doors so that the house can air out because it's been closed up in here for days and it's been wet and cold, and the last thing you want is mold, you know. And I feel like that's a part of my reaction. Like, I feel like I am reacting to that. Because anytime we get like this rainy season and we get like a lot of like wetness in the air and stuff, I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm gonna take some antihistamine because I don't think I can go through the day with this, because right now I feel like I just want to scratch the shit out of my face. There's helicopters flying around. I'm assuming they're just surveying because so them can see, like, you know, any damage or whatever. I've been told that Black River is completely cut off. We have family, extended family in that side of the world. I tried to find out if they had moved, but I don't think they did, so we don't really know any updates on what's happening with that. But yeah, you guys can hear the radio. We have a battery radio, so we've been using that because we still don't have light. Also, one of my friends called me yesterday, like late last night after 11, checking up on me because they they realized I wasn't talking in the group chat, and I was like, yeah, I have no light and my data service is not working. I don't know what it is. And then my signal keeps going down and coming back up as well. When she called me, the call kept dropping as well. So I'm hoping we get back electricity today, but if not, it is what it is. Like, I don't even have room to complain about anything right now because there's nothing to complain about, you know, especially with what's happening on other sides of the island right now. There is honestly nothing to complain about. I have this, some DPH. This is probably gonna make me sleepy, which I already am. But yeah, so the order of the day, I'm gonna wipe down my room with this. This is a mold and mildew Lysol spray. I'm gonna wipe down all of my walls, my fan, everything, because I feel like there's a bit of mold in my room because of how my face and stuff is reacting. There was a bit of, you guys can probably see this. Let me see if I can show you guys this.
You guys can see that? That's mold. And this started literally a few days ago. I'm trying to get it to focus. You see that? And then because the water is pooling on the roof from all the rain, yeah, so we're gonna have to clean all of this up. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And because I have a black wall on one side, I'm not able to see if there's mold on it. Sometimes it shows up white, so I'm gonna have to inspect it, but I'm gonna wipe off every surface in my room right now because my face, it's ridiculous right now, ridiculous. Anyways, let's go.
Management ODPEM, Richard Thompson, said the situation in Western Jamaica is of major concern to the authorities.
So coming out of the western side that the system made landfall, we're seeing extensive damage on that side. St. Elizabeth, St. James, and throughout the night last night we were trying to mount rescue operations in Montego Bay. Montego Bay is underwater. And so we were trying to, what we were getting information coming out of Montego Bay, people on rooftops, Bogue, Catherine, all those places were underwater. Still this morning the fire brigade is out trying to, just to rescue people and see how best we can assist down that side.
My phone is saying no service. It's been saying no service since this morning. So service is completely gone. Still no light. And there's helicopters still flying around. I'm assuming, they have to be using helicopters to get to a lot of the areas in the west because they're basically completely cut off. We were kind of just listening to the radio. The radio is what you're hearing. We're listening to the radio yesterday and kind of hearing like all the updates from like the west side of the island. And honestly, like we haven't seen anything since a little bit after the storm had hit, right? Like landfall. So we don't know still to this day. It's kind of weird because like I'm making this vlog and I'm like documenting, like the days going by, and all of you probably would have already seen what the island now looks like, but we don't know. To this point we still don't know, just based off of what people have said on the radio stations and whatever. We can only imagine, but that's kind of scary. It's very scary, and I don't know if my heart can take it, honestly, because oh no, man. Especially because they're talking about a lot of the areas being cut off, and I don't know if to this point if we've gotten any help with like helicopters and stuff, because I don't think we'd have enough helicopters to be doing like search and rescue on such a large area. So I don't know. And the fact that they say a lot of areas are cut off, underwater and stuff, I don't know, man. Like how they're going to be able to help people to get out of those situations faster. Because in situations like that you only have a couple hours, I don't know. But I'm just updating y'all. We're making breakfast. I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday, but because the electricity has been out, this is the second full day. So it's been it will soon be 48 hours, and the bottom part of the fridge is kind of getting warm now. So yesterday we tried like cooking some of the stuff that we had in the freezer, and then we have just a little bit of stuff left, so we probably have to cook those today so that they don't go bad. But we can't really preserve much, so we're just cooking all the stuff. Stress.
That was our Friday.
Today's Thursday. I keep getting the days mixed up because honestly the day is just it feels like the weekend right now too.
I had to look at my phone this morning to figure out what the day.
I don't know what day it is. So but it's Thursday.
And that's why now when I have my phone never change or something. And I operate on the premise that it's Thursday.
No, it's definitely Thursday. Just keep the days are just, you know. Anyways, guys. See how. Oh, by the way, the sun's out today. Skies very blue. I don't know. It's just this weird. I don't know how to describe the way that I'm feeling. It's so weird because it's almost like everything is not necessarily back to normal because it's not. But in terms of looking outside, it's like, I mean, we haven't left our house really. But just looking outside, it might seem like everything is okay, right? But then you know it's not. Like it's just this weird feeling. It's just the fact that we don't have like electricity and things like that that reminds you of what's really going on. But if you were asleep for like the past, I don't know, 4 days and you woke up and you look outside, you'd think that everything's okay. It's just the weirdest thing. I have all of these bumps and stuff coming up on my face because of like my allergic reaction. Guys. Anyways, I'm really not looking forward to seeing all of the clips and stuff from the west side of the island because yesterday I was getting so emotional about it again because they were just talking and then there was I think it was an MP that was on the radio and she was talking about her constituency, but then she was also talking about the fact that she has not heard from her family and her parents, and they live in an area in St. Elizabeth that is prone to flooding, and she has not heard anything from them, and she knows that the place is basically underwater, and that's so scary. We have family in St. Elizabeth as well. I don't really know anything. I don't know if they evacuated. I don't know if they're okay. I don't know anything. And that's just the case with a lot of Jamaicans right now. Like you don't know anything because there's no way to communicate with people. I mean, there is one of the phone networks, they've set up a satellite connection for people, so you can connect to it to send out text messages, and I think you can make calls as well, because a lot of the people that are in the west side of the island don't have phone service, and when like say the mayors and the ministers and stuff go there and they're calling the radio stations, they say they're using Starlink, so I guess you can make calls as well. I think I hear another helicopter again, but it's just crazy because there's so many people that just you can't talk to because they don't have any connection, and then even for a lot of people their phones would have died from 2 days ago, because the only reason I can still talk to you guys is because my phone, I had a power bank and I charged my phone. I charged it yesterday up until 100%, and the only reason I still have this much battery is because I don't have any service or data on it. Everything is turned off, so my phone is at about 70 something percent, and I haven't been using it at all, because I've been trying to preserve the battery. Honestly, the only time I use my phone is when I'm picking it up to talk to you guys, because honestly my phone really has no use to me right now. What the hell? By the way, our front door is so swollen that it can't close anymore. We opened it yesterday to clean up the veranda and stuff, and now it can't close because it's completely swollen, so we had to sleep with it open last night. So that's the update. This is where I reach with my hair. One side is done, the other side is I'm gonna try and finish it tonight, but oh my god, my skin is really being ruined by these bumps on my face. No, it's not the time to be getting sick and having allergic reactions and stuff, you know, like, no, it's not the time. Uh, anyways, guys, I feel like this vlog is just gonna be long and boring because I'm just like talking and venting and sharing my thoughts through this entire thing because there's really nothing else to see. I've just been home in the house. I don't know anything out of what I learned on the radio. You know, I don't know if the bus system is back in Kingston. I don't know if Kingston, like all the passageways in Kingston and roadways are okay in Kingston. I don't know anything because the thing is, a lot of the coverage has been off the western side of the island. So I don't know if Portmore is 100% cool, like good now, if Kingston is good. Like, I don't know. I assume so, but I don't know. I don't know if the bus system is back in Kingston. I don't know if I know that some people are going to work because a lot of companies, like essential companies, are trying to boot up back today. You know, like a lot of the food industry companies, like the port, you know, out by the wharf. I heard that they're trying to start back today. The airport would have been back yesterday, I think. Because I think today Normal Man is gonna start taking commercial flights. I think today, especially for people who are trying to leave the island. Yeah, that's as much as I know right now. And I think they said Simcoe was booting back up as well. So a lot of like essential work stuff, you know. But the electricity company also gave an update and they said that they're going to try and you know, work on the essential areas first, you know, places where there are hospitals and things, to get that stuff up and running. And then after that, then they will look at the larger communities. So places like Portmore now being a large residential area will probably be second in line in terms of connectivity. But I think we might get lucky because there's so many essential stuff like supermarkets and things like that in this area. So we will see. We will see. I hear a plane. Oh wow, it's a plane. I wonder if that's a commercial flight. Interesting. It's only 9 a.m. I don't know if that's a commercial flight because I heard it late, so I wasn't able to see like what branding was on the plane. Yes, I can see the planes coming into the airport from my house. And I can see what plane it is, but it was too far gone before I noticed. I was hearing it and I thought it was a helicopter. I wasn't expecting it to be a plane. But that's interesting that we I wonder how many flights are coming in today. Anyways, guys, I don't have anything else to say. I'm babbling. This is keeping me sane. This is keeping me sane. This is the only time I get to like babble and smile and act like everything's okay. Because last night when I was listening to the radio, everything was not okay. It was not okay. It really wasn't. Like listening to the radio and hearing people like MPs and mayors trying to keep it together. It was not okay, guys. Not okay. Anyways, I'm gonna go. Ali, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you in the bag?
I just want to
Crazy boy. Anyways, guys, I'm going to end my vlog here because honestly, there's nothing else for me to show. I also like in my head I'm like, am I even gonna post this because I feel like there's nothing for me to show. You understand? Like I'm operating from a place of privilege right now, and as we know, the hurricane hit on the west side of the island and the east side. I mean, yes, we went through it, but it's nothing compared to what the west is going through right now, and there's just nothing for me to show, you know, and there's nothing for me to complain about right now. because honestly I'm fine. I am okay. You know, you know, there's nothing. So I just don't think it make any sense continuing to vlog and stuff because there's nothing. The sun is shining outside. My house is fine. I have food. I have life. There's so many people that have lost their lives, and just listening to the radio alone right now is just like I can't put my feelings into words. You know what I mean? And I know that I'm smiling and stuff. This whenever I don't know if you're like me, but like sometimes it's very hard for me to express my emotions, and instead of breaking down and cry, I smile instead, even when I'm pissed off. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But what I'm going to do whenever I get the chance to post this vlog, I'm going to put a link in my description to the official government website that they have launched for the relief efforts of Hurricane Melissa. I have not been on the website because, as you know, I don't have any electricity, but I did see the link being spread right before I lost electricity, and I've been hearing them talking about it on the radio, saying that, you know, all relief efforts should just be put there to that official link so that they can have like a proper consolidation of like everything that's being brought in to the country. So I will link that down below. I've also heard them say that they are allowing people to ship things into the country, like any relief stuff. So if you're interested in doing that, you can do research on that. If I do find information on that, I'll link it below, but I'm not sure. But I did hear them say that you can send things in and you just need to contact the customs department and they will allow you to send things in duty free. I'm not really sure how the process is, but it's an option as well if you want to send things like food and any kind of relief stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna link it down below so you can access like the government portal. I just want to say that honestly the government has been doing such a good job, and you know, nowhere in the world would have been prepared for something like this, nowhere. And I just want to say before I end the vlog that a lot of the media, especially the US media that we were seeing, it was a little bit too much. They were doing a little bit too much. There are some people that were doing a really good job and, you know, in the coverage, but there were some that were just doing a little bit too much, right? And I don't want to get into it too much, but yeah, they were just doing too much, because at the end of the day, nowhere in the world would have been ready for a category 5, number one. And number two, Jamaican people, you see, I talk about earlier about me being emotional or whatever, but I'm smiling in your face right now on this video. Jamaican people, you know the saying, we will smile at the storm? That is literally Jamaican people. They are, or we are, the world could be ending tomorrow and we would just decide to keep a party outside and just laugh about it and be like, you know what, I'll see you on the flip side, it was great, you know, and smile about it. Like, that's how Jamaican people are. Okay, we've been through a lot, and at this point it's in our DNA. You know, if you know Caribbean history, you know it's basically just in our DNA. We smile at the storm because our ancestors have been through a lot. Okay, we've been through a lot, so this is the least, you know, we will get through it. You just have to understand that's just how people are here, and they do understand that it's serious, but what can you do? You know, well, we can't move the hurricane and pick it up and put it over one next part. Like, we can't do anything about it, so the most we can do is prepare and just laugh, because what else are you gonna do about it? You know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? But and I mean, a lot of you guys that watch my videos will understand that the whole idea of how people are talking about the island, about our infrastructure and things like that, you would know better and understand that a lot of it is just being very condescending, especially in some of like the tones that a lot of these media outlets overseas were using. I've been contacted by media houses and I did not even respond to their email because honestly I don't want to talk to any of you. And I know that all of you aren't bad, but I'm just saying, like, I don't want to have a conversation. I don't want to talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, we just want to get through this, right? But yeah, the issue is that a lot of the coastal towns are obviously on the coast, right? And a lot of them are made of wood and like more like, you know, simple materials. So because of that, yes, places along the coastline are going to be susceptible to a hurricane. That's obvious, you know, but that does not mean that the entire island is made of the same materials or made up of the same kind of infrastructure as like the coastlines and like the older towns and things like that. It's not. That's not the truth. Okay, so some of this messaging that I'm hearing, people talking about, oh, you know, Jamaican homes are not made up to American standard. Babes, you're right. Jamaican homes are not made to American standard because most of them are better. We do not use wood in modern times to build our homes, and that's just the truth. Okay? So a lot of this messaging that I'm seeing, y'all need to relax, because at the end of the day, nowhere in the world could take a category 5 hurricane. Don't piss me off. You understand? And that's all I have to say. Okay? So continue to send your well wishes to the people of my island. If you want to support, I will put a link down below in the description box. Feel free to support in money or kind wherever you see fit. Maybe if you live somewhere and you see them doing, like, you know, they're collecting things to send to the country, maybe that could be a way that you could donate as well. There's a lot of things going on across the island right now based on what I've heard, of course. I also heard that the island has like some kind of insurance, which is pretty good. Shout out to the government for thinking, for thinking, right? Or finance minister. So apparently we have some form of like island insurance. So I think the country has, hopefully will get 25 billion, right? So if that happens, and also our electricity company have some kind of like monetary insurance as well. So I mean, I'm hopeful, because I think when we talk about preparedness, I definitely think that we were very prepared in a lot of ways for this. At the end of the day, the storm, we didn't know where the storm was gonna land. I thought it was gonna be me. You know, I live near Kingston. Like, the storm was headed my way. Literally, 24 hours before it changed course. You understand? You remember when I told you guys I was freaking out, thinking about plan B, what happens if we have a storm surge? That was gonna be me. And then the storm decided to change course and go to the west side. Okay, so all of this communication and wording that the foreign media is putting out, y'all need to stop it. And I'm really grateful for the people. I was watching a lot of like YouTube stuff and streams before the light went out, and I'm grateful that a lot of foreigners started watching communications coming straight out of the island and really getting a proper view of what was really going on. And I did see that a lot of you realized that, you know, this is truth and this is sensationalism, you know, because the way that we do media in Jamaica is very different than how they do media in the US. Okay, so we don't use certain wording and stuff when we're doing media here. We're not going to be talking about, oh my God, Jamaica is going to be wiped out. We don't do that here. Okay, we don't do that here. So I'm grateful that people realize the difference and that people were yeah, move with it because it's loud. Yo, you can pass, as in you can pass, or you come into the living room. But anyways, thank you guys so much for a lot of the positive thoughts and prayers that you guys have been sending my way. I know you guys are probably wondering why you haven't heard from me in days. I think the last time I put out an update was Monday on the YouTube channel. So yeah, but anyways guys,
especially in the most affected areas, stay off the road.
Exactly.
We need the emergency vehicles to pass. We're opening it for the ambulances. They're also coordinating their ambulances behind that team that is going by foot, opening the roadway. There are ambulances behind them trying to get to the affected.
good morning guys. This angle is not the best, but honestly I don't really care. Throughout this entire vlog, I don't care. It is Friday, and I cannot believe, I'm pretty sure I started this vlog a week ago. If I'm not mistaken, I started this vlog a week ago as we prepared for the hurricane to get here. And then when I started the vlog, I'm pretty sure, I mean, maybe the sun was out a little bit, but it was mostly overcast that entire time. And then today, Friday, even yesterday as well, my mom and I were just talking about the fact that how the sun is back out, like literally right after the storm, the hurricane passed. The next day, the sun was shining outside like nothing happened, and it is the weirdest thing to experience because it's just like I'm sitting here in my house with a roof over my head. I mean, I'm eating cereal and my milk is still somewhat cold because I stuffed everything in the freezer because basically the bottom of the fridge is basically hot now. Whatever is left in the top of the freezer by tomorrow is going to be spoiled. Everything in the fridge is going to be spoiled, right? And we don't have any electricity. Still no phone service. And we went out last night to the front of the scheme. Everybody is literally like at night when you go outside, everybody is outside just walking up and down trying to get phone signal so they can talk to their relatives and just let them know that they're okay, because honestly the entire island basically does not have phone service. There's some people that are able to get phone service, you know, some people phone work, some people phone don't work. Mine does not work unless I'm like literally at the front of the scheme, but I noticed that it's getting better and better, so maybe they're working on it. So yeah, and then we went out to the front and like the entire strip, like on the main road, is filled with traffic and people seem like they're going over to the supermarkets and stuff, and it's just chaos on the road. So many emergency vehicles. Then the buses are back out, you know, public transportation is back. But it's like all of this is going on and we're on the eastern side of the island and all of this is going on. And then you go on social media and then you see everything that's happening on the west side of the island. And it's just like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing to complain about. You know what I mean? I have a roof over my head. I have breakfast. My phone still have some battery left because I got it charged yesterday at somebody's house that had solar. I was able to get some messages out and stuff and see some images of like what the island looks like on the west side. Yeah. I don't know, I just don't have anything else to say. I don't have anything to add to this vlog. Honestly, I don't even know if I'm gonna post this vlog because at this moment in time, by the time I post this, what's the point of posting it exactly? Because what do I have to offer anybody with my experience of the hurricane? Absolutely nothing, because guess what? The entire western side of the island is right. I was literally in, you guys watch my vlog of me being in Treasure Beach and Black River literally months ago. I want you guys, you know what, I'm gonna post this vlog and I want you guys, I'm gonna try to link that vlog at the end of this, and I want you guys to go back and watch that vlog and see Treasure Beach, especially if you don't live in Jamaica. Maybe this is the first time you come across this video. I want you to go back, and I'm gonna link it at the end of this, and I'm gonna link it in the description box, and I want you guys to go and watch that vlog of Treasure Beach and of Black River, basically of St. Elizabeth. None of what you see in that vlog is standing right now. None of what you see in that vlog is standing. If it is standing, it's barely. The hotel that I stayed at, Katama, I saw they post on social media and they were basically saying that the family is okay, the dogs are okay. The dog that you saw in that vlog as well, Coffee, she's in both of the Katama vlogs that I posted. The hotel is barely standing. They said that maybe they might have a couple structures still left. Go and watch that vlog, guys, and see what was there before and see how beautiful St. Elizabeth is, because all I was thinking about last night is like, wow. And I was supposed to be in that parish this weekend, the weekend that the storm passed, you know. I was supposed to be in that parish. And even the place that I was going to, I don't even know if they're still standing, because as I said, I was barely able to really see much on social. The service is barely working, so that there's not much I could see. The only thing I could do is post to say that I'm okay and to post the support link, and I'm going to do that as well. I'm going to post if you want to send any kind of monetary relief, if you want to see updates on what's happening on the ground, on shelters and other things. I don't remember everything that they said that is on the official government website, but if you want some form of resource, if you want to donate, if you want information on how to send relief, maybe how to ship things in, how to fly things in, I'm sure that information might be on the website as well. I'm going to link it down below. It is called supportjamaica.gov.jm. That's the most I can do with this vlog, honestly, because guys, I don't know, like I keep thinking to myself, like all of these essential people that have to be going back into work just so society can operate in a way that is helpful to other people, and operate in a way that can help people that are trying to get into these other places. It's so weird. It's so weird because it just feels like you're trying to operate as if nothing happened, in a way, like in a normal way. But how do you do that when your mind, because I know every single Jamaican right now, like their mind must be so, I don't know, because like even I went on social, and one of the things that I saw was the staff at the hotel, Rio Hotel, complaining about their food. The tourists complaining about their food. And how can you be on a hotel property right now after a category 5 hurricane just passed? This is one of the strongest storm, if not the strongest storm Earth probably has ever seen, right? And a storm just passed. These people have to be catering to you while they're probably in the back crying every 5 minutes because they can't hear from their family. Maybe their house is no longer standing because Montego Bay was badly hit. And you are complaining about your food that you got at the hotel? When you must know that the parishes are literally cut off. They are cut off. There is no supply that can properly get into these different parishes. Literally, St. Elizabeth is called, I don't remember the correct term of it. I'm literally getting goosebumps right now as I speak. But St. Elizabeth is one of those parishes that supply the country in terms of food, right? A lot of farmers come from St. Elizabeth. I don't know what that means for our food supply for the next couple months. But we're gonna go through it. I'm telling you, we're gonna go through it. It's one thing to have the money to rebuild, and I'm so grateful for what the government has done in the past couple of years to make sure that we would be okay, you know, because they're saying, I guess they'll probably announce it today. I need to turn on the radio so I can hear what's going on, because I'm pretty sure they're probably having a press briefing right now based on the time. But I'm so grateful for this government, because the fact that they put the things in place, they put so many different insurance policies in place so that we would be able to recover. Because can you imagine if we didn't have all that? We literally are just coming out of debt, this country. Jamaica is finally feeling like, yes, we're getting somewhere, we're doing it, and then this happens. Can you imagine if we never have any of these policies set up? We would literally go right back into debt, guys. Right back. Because how do you pick up the pieces? We literally have to pick up Black River and move it now. We're gonna have to move the entire city, because the town, I should say, because Black River was never really built properly from the beginning. A lot of our towns, guys, were built from slavery days. They were not built properly, right? So a lot of them still have, and I'm talking about like the smaller towns, like in these little parishes, right? If you drive through them, if you've come to Jamaica and you've driven through them, you will still see the old structures, and they're made of wood. And they've never really been torn down. And honestly, I've always loved that we kept them, because it kind of reminds you of the past. But Black River is one of those towns that's kind of just been not necessarily the same, but they've kept a lot of the historic things from back in the past. And Floyd Green said that they're all gone. The Anglican church is all gone. I don't think I took a video of the Anglican church the last time I was there. I wish I did. That church is beautiful, guys. And it's all gone. Yeah. So now that the town is destroyed, they're literally, the government saying that they're literally just gonna have to move it. So they're gonna have to move the town and rebuild. And Black River is also a fishing town. So I'm not really sure how they're gonna do this, because a lot of the, like, whenever you drive through seaside towns and you see a lot of homes on the seaside, a lot of the times there are fishermen that live in those, and it makes sense because it's easier, it's closer to the sea, right? I'm not sure how they're gonna do housing for people like fishermen, because they're gonna want simple housing, right? It doesn't make sense to build concrete structures by the sea. So a lot of the times they build like board structures by the sea. It makes sense, right? But when you keep getting battered by a storm like this, what do you do? Because they're gonna want to be by the seaside, and it's gonna be hard to keep them away from the seaside. That's just the truth. But for their safety, you understand? And I'm not even gonna get started on the media and all the things that they've been saying. Maybe that's my sign not to talk about it, because my phone just fell. But if you have nothing nice to say, please keep Jamaica's name out of your mouth. If you have nothing nice to say, because some of you really are trying it. Those tourists on the resort right now, they are trying it. I don't even know if I got to my point, because I just went on a whole rant. But those tourists, and the worst part is that they're Black tourists. Oh my God! Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. Are you serious? Can you imagine if I forgot to the hotel to take care of you, and you're complaining to me about your food? While the hotel is probably struggling to keep up with supplies, because yes, they might have stocked up for the hurricane, but they would have not planned for the channels to be cut off. They're literally cut off. People cannot move around because the channels are cut off. The roads are blocked. They're flooded. There's sand. There's trees. There's landslides everywhere. They cannot supply the hotels. Hotels are usually supplied, I'm sure, probably like every morning or something, even though they might have back stock, right? Because they have to get fresh stuff, right? You're complaining about your food. Shouldn't you be grateful that you got food at your hotel? Shouldn't you be grateful that you are secure in your hotel? After the hurricane passed, shouldn't you be grateful for that? There are people that lost their lives. We still don't know what the death toll is, because we have not even been able to get into a lot of these communities that were completely flooded. But I did hear that a lot of people said that a lot of concrete structures are still standing. At least I'm assuming the ones that were built properly. What people don't understand, and I'm gonna just say this because I feel like a lot of people don't understand, like there's a lot of cultural things, and just like there's just things you have to understand before you can speak about Jamaica and infrastructure and things like that. Because a lot of American media, I'm not going to get into it. But you have to understand, a lot of these towns are older towns. Black River is an older town. Black River is one of the first towns ever in Jamaica. It literally has some of the infrastructure from 1870, whenever, from slavery days, people. You understand? And the structures have not been changed since, for historical purposes as well, right? Black River is one of the first places to get electricity, I think, in the entire western area. Like before North America, Black River got electricity before America, North America, South America, the Caribbean. It was the first place to get electricity. You need to understand, okay, how historic this town is, right? And a lot of things stayed the same. And the thing with towns like that is, back in the day, people would just find a piece of land and they build a house. and then they would build a family house, and the family house is built out of wood, right, from back in the day. Now these houses are generational. You guys have seen my old family house up in the hills in St. Catherine. That's the old house, and you guys see how it's deteriorated. That's our wooden houses, our old houses, right? Now our houses are made with concrete. This is a concrete house, concrete roof, concrete walls. A lot of Jamaicans, though, they might do concrete walls, but they might not do concrete roofs. That is why you see, especially in places like St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland, a lot of the roofs are gone, but you still see the structure standing because it's concrete. It's proper concrete houses meant to weather the storm. But the roofs are the problem. A lot of them don't use concrete roofs because it's very expensive. It's very, very, very expensive. And you guys will see, I have not posted a house update, but no, it's not the time. But you guys will see the roof getting poured in the next house update and see how much it takes to do that, right? It's very expensive and a lot of people can't take that on. So they do zinc roofs or some kind of like weatherproof kind of ceiling, right? But the structures, and what I've heard is that a lot of the concrete structures are still standing, but the board houses are gone as expected, which is why the evacuation order was done for people to go to shelters, because we understood that, okay, it's going for St. Elizabeth. Black River is an older town, which means that a lot of because of the older towns, they have a lot of wooden houses. They have not changed their houses for generations. You understand? And I understand, it's like, why are you gonna change your house if it's still standing, right? Some people take the time and refurbish the houses, but if the house is somewhat in good condition, or maybe you don't have the money to like build up, erect a concrete structure, it's expensive. You understand? Anyways, even a lot of the business places are gone, because a lot of them kind of stayed in like the older structures, you know. They never refurbished it. Anyways, I don't have anything else to say. I really don't. I'm gonna end the vlog here. This vlog is literally just me talking to the camera and just making you guys know my feelings. I've literally just been like on a whole roller coaster with like my emotions and stuff. Sometimes I'm angry, sometimes I'm sad, and I'm like crying, and I don't know, it's just a very weird time. I saw somebody post on Instagram, I think it was in their close friends, and they were saying how they're literally outside. They were like doing some business or something in Kingston, because Kingston was not as badly damaged, and they're saying how they're literally sitting waiting to get some service done, and they literally just have their head down bawling in the middle of the place, and they have to like just trying to hold it together while they're out doing business. And I feel like that's how majority of Jamaicans feel right now. Like, they might not say it out loud, but I know that everybody is very emotional. Like, even if they might have a smile on their face, I know they're not okay. Because even if you don't know anybody in that part of the island, you don't have any family there, you still feel that, because it like Jamaican pride has so much to do with like the, I don't know, like the attachment that you feel to this country, right? A lot of times I might want to be like, oh, I want to like leave and travel and do all the things, but every single time I fly back into this country, there's always this overwhelming feeling of, I don't know how to explain it. And I've seen other people talk about it, because I thought it was just me alone that felt that way. But every time I come back, no matter if, because I'm not somebody that gets homesick, I never really get homesick, right? But no matter if I'm not homesick, once I fly into the island and I start seeing the sea and the coastline of Jamaica, I get so emotional every single time, and I can't explain it. But it's just this attachment that we have to our country. No matter where we go in this world, there's just this attachment, and I don't know if it's like, I might sound crazy, but I don't know if it's like ancestral or what it is, but there's just this this unexplainable attachment and bond that Jamaican people have towards their country. So even if you don't even like know anybody back there or whatever, it's just like a heartbreak that you feel. One thing I'm not gonna do is cry on the internet. But there's just this sense of heartbreak that you feel, like it's unexplainable, you know. It's unexplainable. But man, I know everybody is heartbroken, okay? And I don't know if you know this, but we call Jamaica is seen as a woman, right? Or island, we see her as a woman, so we always refer to Jamaica as she, right? And it's so endearing. But Jamaicans just love their little island so much. We've been through a lot, you know, and I can't imagine like what the leaders feel, especially the prime minister. Like, I could not do what he does, especially at a moment like this when you have to be flying over all of these places and seeing the destruction and going to these places and hearing about how many people have died, and you have to go to sleep at night and then get up again and do it all over again, and then figure out how to pull all of these 2.8 million people out of this. Like, it's so traumatic, you know what I mean? Because I haven't even seen everything. I haven't seen everything, and honestly, I don't know. I don't even want to see it. You know, I've only seen St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland, I think. But I haven't seen Mobay, and I haven't seen Falmouth. I haven't seen those other places, you know. And I haven't seen all of St. Elizabeth either. I've just seen maybe like 2 videos of the coastline, and I've seen the hospital. So many of our hospitals are damaged. I don't know how we're gonna do this, because it's gonna take a long time to build back, and I don't even know like what steps the government takes. Like, I don't know. I see they're saying that they're gonna have to do some field hospitals by the hospitals that are damaged, which makes sense. They have been transporting people to other hospitals as well, but those hospitals are gonna come under pressure, you know. And then there's a lot of people in shelters. The last time I heard it was like 25,000, and I'm sure that has gone up since. And then there's a lot of children and stuff, and they're gonna have to be in shelters for months, because where are you gonna go? You have to wait on the water to run off, and then they're gonna have to figure out like where to, because they can't go back. They don't have anything to go back to. There's no houses or anything. Majority of them don't have anything to go back to. So I'm not really sure. And everybody's just praying that our hurricane season ends well after this, because we still have another month to go of hurricane season, and we're just praying that we don't have anything else, you know. But anyways, guys, as I said before, I've linked the official government website down below, so if you want to send any kind of support, you can check down below. Do make sure if you're clicking any links other than the one in my description, because I'm gonna be giving you guys the real official link. If you're clicking any other links on any website or whatever, make sure that it says supportjamaica.gov.jm, because people have been trying to make a bunch of fake websites. I don't know why people are this way, but they're trying to make a bunch of fake websites, even ones that are very close to the official link. And it's so unfortunate, because Jamaica needs as much as it can get right now. So but if you want to support, you can do that. Yeah, I guess I will catch you guys in another vlog. I'm really not sure. I have other vlogs that I need to post, but I don't even know if I should bother posting those, or maybe I'll post them after this, and then after that I'll give you guys just an update on what's happening here on the island in the next vlog, and what I've been up to. Yeah, but people are in the city and Portmore and stuff like that, people are trying to get back to normal, especially because a lot of essential services and stuff are based in the city, and they're trying to just get things going so that we can boot up back our society, and get things moving. I could see a lot of planes and stuff coming in yesterday. I know that 3 planes came in from Cayman and they brought some supplies. I know a lot of things have happened yesterday and today, so I'm gonna listen in on the press conference and see what the updates are. But oh my god, like, I hope people learn, especially young millennials, make sure you have an analog radio in your home that uses battery. We made sure, remember I went out and got batteries for that radio. Listen, that is literally our source of information this entire time, because we only got service, as I said yesterday when we went out to the road. So we've been using the radio for everything. The radio has been our source of information this entire time, so guys, please make sure to get an analog radio and just have it in your house with batteries for the rest of the hurricane season, and just make sure to have one at all times, okay? But yeah guys, I'm gonna go. I feel like this vlog is probably over an hour long and it's just me talking. You guys must be so freaking bored, but it is what it is, it's my reality right now and I'm living it. But I am very grateful and I have nothing to complain about, I have absolutely nothing to complain about. But please support, even if it's $1, guys, even if it's $1, still send all your support, okay? Because in Jamaica we say that every mickle make a muckle, which means every little thing makes a bigger, so your $1 comes together to make a very big, so yes, I will see you guys in the next vlog. Take care.